Hey, what is going on, Vikings fans? Skol side back again. Another Minnesota Vikings video. As you see by the title, I'm going to be discussing something serious. Kirk Cousins. Is he a Super Bowl quarterback? It's a very basic question. However, I've been taking a couple days thinking about this. Also, I've been moving in to my house again. That's why I set up. We're going to get it back going. Don't worry about that. Anyways, we've been taking a couple days moving in. I've been thinking about this. Can Kirk Cousins actually win a Super Bowl for the Vikings? Or is he just good? And is he not good enough? I'm going to be giving to you guys my thoughts on that. I'm kind of in between a yes or a no. However, I'm leaning more towards one. That's what we're going to find out right now. If you guys are new here, subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the video, comment down below. It means a lot to me if you guys sub. Best way for me to grow. We're almost at 1K, doing a giveaway at 1K. Anyways, Kirk Cousins, is he a franchise quarterback? Let's get right into it. So for this question, I think it would be fair for you guys if I put all my bias aside. I'm not a Vikings fan. I'm just looking at him. I'm just looking at his talent. I'm looking what he's done. I'm looking at his career. Can he win a Super Bowl? And that's a tough question to answer. It's a very tough question to answer when I was going into it. First off, let's just start off with who Kirk Cousins is. Pros and cons with Kirk. Pros with Kirk. Let's just get those out of the way because I feel like Kirk, his pros are pretty basic. I feel like he's a very generic quarterback. Pros, he reads the field really well. He analyzes defenses really well, even though sometimes he doesn't show it on film. He does pick up certain blitz packages. He can read a cover 2, cover 3, a nickel. Like he can understand whatever formation, whatever coverage they're gonna come out in. Kirk, that's one of his pros because he's a smarter guy. He's been in the league a while. Also, another big pro of Kirk is he just puts the ball where it needs to be. You know, he's not the most athletic guy, as we'll get into, but when he needs to, when it's in rhythm, he can put the ball on a line. And he put up 35 touchdowns. He put up 13 interceptions. He can put the ball on a line when he needs to. And also, another huge pro for Kirk, he can get hot. You know, Kirk Cousins past 2 years, he's had months where he's been the best quarterback in the NFL. It was last year in October and this past year in December. He was the best quarterback in both those months. However, he can get hot. That's also could be he's inconsistent. I don't know. Kirk, those are his pros. If I just had to go base value, Kirk Cousins pros, I would say he's an accurate thrower of the football. He can put it where he needs to. He throws a good deep ball, and I would also say he can get hot when he needs to, or when it just randomly happens. Because the best both years, when he got high was when the Vikings, it would almost like to save their season almost. You know, Kirk Cousins, those are his pros. I think it's very generic what his pros are. It's kind of just a basic quarterback. He's not over tall. He's not over fast. He's not over anything. However, he throws a really good deep ball and just throws a good football. Now getting into his cons, and this is a hefty list in my opinion, mainly because he's a quarterback. Do I think these cons outweigh pros? No, I just think these are cons he has in his game which he could develop. He has very poor pocket awareness. He has been working on it recently, and in this past year, we've noticed he's been able to slide throughout the pocket and create good leverage with his feet or with his hips. You know, he's able to almost maneuver the line of scrimmage or maneuver the pocket a little bit. But sometimes Kirk's just Kirk, and he just gets blown up, and he can't make a guy miss in the pocket, and it just feels like it's suffocating him. He looks so small, even though he's listed at 6'2", 6'3". Sometimes when the pocket's closing out, he just looks small, and that's a huge con for him. Also, he's not mobile. He's not a playmaker. He can never really go off schedule. He's always got to be on time, on here. If it's 1, 2, 3, I hit it. He's great. However, it's off schedule backyard football. Sometimes he struggles. Do I think it's maybe he doesn't have that talent, or is it the Vikings offense not allowing him? I don't know. But those would be the two main cons I would have for Kirk, his pocket presence, and he's just not that mobile of a guy. And Kirk Cousins win a Super Bowl? That's the question there. We just went over his pros and cons. Looking at his career, his playoff career, he lost a playoff game in Washington, and he's 1-1 in his playoff career here in Minnesota. Now, he had that big win in New Orleans. Everybody kind of wins in New Orleans nowadays. So, listen, he played good that game, but it's not like he lit it up. He had 200 yards and a touchdown. And let's just say, God forbid, Danielle Hunter doesn't get that strip sack in the fourth quarter, and we end up losing that game. We're looking up. Kirk has like 175 yards, no touchdowns. We're a little concerned. I think Kirk Cousins, he can win a Super Bowl. I'm just going to get into answering the question. Now, I laid out kind of my thoughts on him. He can win a Super Bowl. However, Kirk Cousins will not be the reason you win a Super Bowl. Kirk Cousins, I think, he is just a person. If he has a good supporting cast, good O-line, good everything, he can win. He can be successful. However, if one thing goes bad, like a defense doesn't step up, or a running back gets hurt, or a receiver may get hurt in a big game against a big team, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't. And I'm a Vikings fan. I've watched every snap. I've seen him come over big games against Jacksonville, against Carolina. But have we seen him come over and win a big game by himself against Green Bay, against the Saints, against a Tampa Bay, against the 49ers in the playoff? We haven't. He hasn't went on the road and won a big playoff game. So can he win a Super Bowl? Yeah, I bet you he can. He's a good thrower with football. But he's not going to be the reason the Vikings win the Super Bowl, which is why this whole Kirk thing, it's almost like he's so good. Like he's the best good quarterback in the NFL because he's just good. He's not bad. He's not great. Sometimes he shows like he's great. Sometimes he shows like he's bad. But he's just good. He'll never be the reason the Vikings win a Super Bowl. However, he's also a player who can win a Super Bowl being a starting quarterback. It's tough. However, you look up at the NFL right now, it's Josh Allen, top 5, Mahomes, top 5, Brady's playing top 5, Rodgers, top dog. You got the best quarterbacks in the NFL left. So will he? I don't know. I don't think so. I would lead towards no. Can he? Maybe. He just won't be the reason to. Those are my thoughts on Kirk. Anyways, guys, can Kirk Cousins win the Super Bowl? I just answered that right there. Leave a like on the video, subscribe for more. See you guys next time. Peace.